Hello, beloved audience, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shelf. How are you doing today?
Multipass.
Multipass.
Multipass, that's how I'm doing. I'm actually doing terrible. I'm suffering from a cold. I'm all congested, so you guys forgive me if I sound like garbage.
Gross. Yeah, I don't envy you.
It is gross.
Today, if you haven't listened to our last episode, today we are taking a look at the movie The Fifth Element. I skipped the small talk a little bit.
A little bit. You did. That's fine. I was excited.
I know you're excited. I know you want to jump right into it.
I'm just excited to hear your thoughts on the film.
We'll get to that.
And I'm going to do a favor for our audience. I'm going to try and recreate what our old co-host Frankie probably would have thought of this movie, if I may.
I
guess.
This
movie sucks. I hated it. Ah, curse words.
Yeah, probably. All right. So, jumping into cast talk, we have Mila. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Mila Jovovich as Lilu, Bruce Willis as Corbin Dallas, who you didn't tell me was in this movie.
No, I didn't tell you. Why would I tell you that? I didn't tell you anything about the film. I just said you need to watch it.
Yeah. Chris Tucker, of all people, as Ruby Rod.
This film has a very odd cast list.
It really does. Chris Tucker.
It's just a bunch of people you never would have expected to be in a film. Well, maybe Tucker and Willis would have done a film together.
Maybe, yeah. Gary Oldman as Zorg. Luke Perry, R.I.P., in the very beginning of the film, and then, like I say, a very small role in the film.
Did you know he voiced Sub-Zero?
No?
Yeah, he voiced Sub-Zero in a cartoon show called Defenders of the Realm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Ian Holm as the priest.
Bilbo Baggins.
Is that him? Oh my god, that is him! I didn't know that.
That's Bilbo Baggins.
Oh my god, I did not know that. Shows how much I know. And
that's actually pretty fun because, I think, what year did this come out? 97? So, yeah, a couple years later, we'll Lord of the Rings, so Ian Holm was just on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. And then for our basic cast, Tommy Lister Jr. as the president.
I want to live in this future.
There's a lot
Heidi Lester is the president.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what's funny? They could easily just had a scene with him and Chris Tucker together and do a Friday reference, but they chose not to.
They did not. I've never seen that movie. I've never seen Friday.
Oh, Friday's great.
I've heard it's really good. Anyway, so we've got cast talk out of the way. There's a few there's more here and there, but they don't have big roles, so I'm not gonna go into it.
No.
So let's get right into our plot, shall we?
Sure.
All right. So we start out in Egypt.
I'm sorry, I put in The Mummy by mistake.
Yeah, right? I was waiting for Brendan Fraser to jump out.
A couple years later. In fact, what year is this? 1940. Okay, so yeah, okay. It's not exactly the time period The Mummy took place in.
It's close, though. It's
very close.
It's close. I say this is 1914, and The Mummy is in the 20s, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So we get Luke Perry. I don't even know what he does. I think he's an artist or something.
They will say. I guess he works with the professor.
Yeah, we get Luke Perry, the professor, and then there's these two little kids there, and the professor is reading. It's what's it called? Hieroglyphics, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
In a temple about how there's this great evil coming in the next 300 years, and only one thing can stop it, which is the Fifth Element. Title drop. And then this priest comes over, and he's about to poison the professor.
Yeah, right.
It's like, why? Like, I don't understand why.
He has to keep the secret.
But why is it a secret?
I don't know. And my dog decides he wants to whine.
I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
But
it's just a secret because it has to be a secret.
That's stupid.
Until they decide it's not going to be a secret anymore.
Until they decide it's not a secret anymore.
I don't know. Maybe this priest is just a paranoid nut job.
I guess. But then these weird, like, I don't know.
Turtle things.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. Are they like aliens or what?
They're aliens.
But they're like robot aliens.
It could be just suits they're in.
I guess. But these aliens come in and did they kill? Yeah, they killed
the professor.
Yeah, they killed the professor, but spared the priest because they're in like
because he's a servant of them.
I say he's a servant, and they told him like just pass on your information to the next priest and keep this going until it's time, basically, like until it's time for the evil.
Pretty much, because that's when they'll come back.
Yeah. And he's like, wait, but we need your help. They're like, we'll be back. And then they go.
So what do you think the conversation was with the priest and freaking Billy after that? So, how about that? That was weird, huh?
Yeah, like how do you go on a regular conversation after that?
That was weird, huh?
Well, because Luke Perry, he like starts, or is it him that starts shooting?
Yeah, Luke Perry starts shooting.
Yeah, Billy starts shooting at them, and the priest's like, no, they're friends. And
they just killed the old Italian man. Again, no justice for Italians. I think Kevin's right about that.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's like you hear the ramblings of what you now presume to be this crazy old man. Like, what do you do after that? Like, what can you do after that, really?
Shots?
God, I don't know. But then, okay. So moving on, it's now 2263. So 300 years later. And we're in a like military general meeting, basically. There's this giant fireball heading towards Earth. It's
like a black sun, if you will.
Yeah, kind of. So the general's like, I'm gonna blow it up.
And no audience, it will not wash away the rain.
What?
It's a reference to Black Hole Sun, the song. Uncultured swine.
But the general is like, I'm going to blow it up and we'll be done with this problem. Well, that doesn't happen because as he keeps shooting at it, it gets the planet or the fireball gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So the new priest with all the information like about the fifth element and everything that they would need to know, he's like, well, let me tell you, and everybody else is like, shut up, idiot, basically.
So much shut up, idiot. They do kind of believe it, but it's like, okay, sure, whatever.
If they believed it, they would have done something then.
I mean, they retrieved the fifth element, whatever's remaining.
Yeah, I guess.
Because the Mangalores show up and kill the turtles.
They do, yes.
By the way, audience, the Mangalores are another alien race.
I say they're not the great evil, but they're like some of the antagonists.
They're just like the third antagonist of the film.
They're like the secondary antagonist. Or no, third, I guess, yeah, because I forgot about Zorg.
How could you forget about Zorg?
I don't know.
We'll get to Zorg.
But yeah, the Mangalores are these bad aliens.
They're kind of stupid.
Kind of.
I don't get how they're that much of a threat.
I mean, I guess because of their heavy machinery and weapons and stuff.
Probably. They're not organized.
No, they're not at all. But anyway, the Mangalores kill the good aliens.
Yeah, they blow up the turtles.
Yes, they blow up the turtles. and they go back to their boss, Zorg.
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Exactly.
I love saying that.
Who is played by Gary Oldman, doing a very strange
Southern accent.
I don't think it's even Southern. I think he's going for like Louisiana.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Gary Oldman actually hates this performance. I don't think he likes it.
I wonder why.
This is a performance of I don't give a shit.
Honestly.
This is a zero fucks given performance.
He sounds
and
like
it's great.
I
love it.
Like he's trying to be Gambit from X-Men. Very bad.
I don't really know any Gambit quotes, so
well, I'm gonna say no, but he's from. I'm pretty sure he's from Louisiana. Anyway, so the government finds a severed hand from the
wreckage.
Yeah, say the wreckage. So they use it to recreate the person that was in it, which is one of our main characters, Lilu. So they recreate her.
Well, she's not it's not exactly a recreate. It's just what she is. She's the fifth element.
Right.
She's a supreme being, which her DNA is pretty much very similar to our DNA, except there's more
DNA.
stuff to it. But they could easily just recreate it as a human.
Right. Yeah, so she
and
is
boobs.
the fifth element. With boobs.
And boobs!
So when she... I'm gonna ignore that. When she wakes up, she's in this like kind of tube thing. So of course she's in an unfamiliar area. She's scared. She's gonna go a little crazy. She doesn't know where she is. So, and she speaks a different language.
But can we just talk about how they're all just in awe of boobs?
Yeah, every like male scientist in general, they're like, she has boobs.
I'd like to take a few pictures for the archives.
Oh, that was yeah. I hated that. That was nasty.
Oh, he gets his throughout that film, actually.
Ugh. Anyway.
She fucking clocks him in the face.
She does. She really does. She clocks him in the face. Almost knocks him out, but I guess she doesn't. And then gets out of the tube and runs through the damn wall.
I love how it's a solid surface and all of a sudden it's just like tinfoil.
Yeah. I wish it would have left like a Looney Tune cutout. Like,
this movie is pretty much Looney Tunes if you think about it.
A little bit.
There's definitely Looney Tunes inspiration in this film.
But like, I wish it would have done the like imprint like Wile E. Coyote.
That'd be amazing.
That would have been so funny.
But given this is a French film, it probably would have just been one giant boob.
My God. Oh, we haven't even talked about Corbin.
Oh yeah, well he hasn't done much anything. He wakes up and
talks to his cat.
Annalise probably loves him because he has a cat.
The cat is very cute.
I love in the opening he lives in this tiny apartment. This is the future, and the cigarette he gets is mostly filter. I love that little detail.
Yeah, I say because it's like it's the future.
And flying cars.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, that's pretty much all. He
wakes up and gets his cab until now.
Yeah, this is when he's actually gonna start doing stuff. So
right, he's former special forces. He's been retired for 6 months, and now he drives a taxi.
And he has like almost all points on his license.
Yeah.
He's not doing a good job.
No, really not. Like, are you that bad of a driver? I guess so.
Yeah.
But when Lilu comes out of the building she was in, she is getting cornered by the police, and then she jumps off of the ledge of a building and crashes into Corbin's taxi.
I remember that scene when she jumped. That's all over the advertisements.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, it was.
So once she jumps onto the taxi, he helps her, but then there's one point where he's just thinking about, it's like, do I just give her over to the police? Like, what should I do?
Well, yeah, because he's just like, I got points on my license. I can't be doing this.
Right. But then he basically is just screw it and then runs away from the police with her.
Yeah.
Because he thinks she's pretty. That's why.
Yeah, right?
So she tells Corbin, she was like, priest. So he's trying to find a priest to get her to.
Well, one detail you actually didn't even notice.
What?
When he's hiding from the police, they're hiding in old New York.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
That's why everything's like so above and almost floating, because it's literally above New York as we know it.
Yeah.
Again, very good detail.
Yeah, no, that is a good detail, and I did not notice that. So, anyway.
Sorry, this is one of my favorite films, so I'm just going to geek out.
You're fine. No, it's a good thing. So he brings her to the priest from not the beginning, but
he brings her to Bilbo Baggins.
Yes, that's all I'm gonna call him.
That's all I can call him.
So brings Lilu to Bilbo, and shows him the mark on her arm, which he's like, oh my god, that's the fifth element.
Faints.
Yeah, he faints. But and then he kisses her when she's like knocked out.
Yeah, it's a little problematic, but I mean, at least he goes like, "Yep, no, that was wrong. I'm sorry."
Yeah, and she like
done that.
She like points a gun at it, everything like that. Like she gets.
At least there's ramifications for it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
the film actually does say, "Hey, that's not cool.
Not cool. Don't do that."
They'll give in the director. We'll get into that.
Anyway, so the priest kind of just kicks Bruce Willis out of his apartment.
Yeah, the priest is kind of a dick.
Yeah, I really didn't like him throughout most of this.
I know.
It's like, bro, he brought her to you.
Nope, get out.
Get out.
Out. I have important priest things to do.
Yeah, right. But so Leela wakes up and she tells Bilbo that the stones that they need were not on the ship that she was on. But they're actually with an alien opera singer, the diva Plava Laguna, right?
Played by the director's then wife.
Plava Laguna.
Oh.
And so Zorg is trying to find these stones as well. Because the stones are the other elements that they need in order to defeat this evil. And once Zorg finds out that the Mangalores didn't get the stones, he starts killing some of them.
Well, he didn't kill him. He's like, all right, take the box.
He was like, we'll leave you one box, and we're gonna take the rest of it because you didn't go on your deal.
Because Zorg hired the Mangalores to get the stones, so they killed the turtles. They got a box with no stones, and their payment was going to be these super cool guns.
Yes. So Zorg and one of his assistants walk out of the building, and the Mangalores are like messing around with these new guns that they have. And there's a big red button on the side.
A real killer would have asked what the big red button does.
Yep. And this has been the only clip that I had seen previously to this movie. They press the big red button and
boom!
Boom! Big boom, they're dead.
Bada boom! Big bada boom!
Bada boom!
Big bada boom!
Yes, big bada boom. There's a siren driving past, or ambulance driving past my house. Anyway.
There's been a lot of sirens today.
Yeah.
In our area audience, I guess people aren't driving too smart, or a lot of people aren't doing so well. So to those poor souls, we tip our hats.
Stay safe.
All right. That concludes the dramatic portion of the show.
Yeah, right. But Zorg and his assistant are just standing outside of the building that he blows up.
Because cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah, I know. And he's smoking a cigarette.
Of course.
That is the only clip that I have seen from this movie is Zorg leaning against the side of the building as part of it blows up.
I think we had the VHS for this growing up, and I would just see... And I never watched the full thing.
I never watched it.
I just remember the end, mostly, growing up. That's pretty much all I watched.
Gotcha. So, now the military knows about the stones and everything that they need. So they set out for a mission. And we need to get these stones. So they rig a contest to... What is it?
Floston Paradise.
Yeah, Floston Paradise. So they rig a competition for 2 tickets, and they
Is the contest to go on this cruise, or is Floston the Paradise? I still never I don't really understand.
I think Floston is the paradise.
So it's the cruise ship?
No, I think it's the hotel and the whole thing. I don't know. But it's a luxury vacation that the military rigs KORBEN Dallas to win because he's former military, and he's the only one of his brigade left alive, and he's also the most highly decorated. So, in order,
dude, I can't wait for the future because then Chinese restaurants will just come driving to my window.
Yeah,
now that's what I call takeout.
Oh my god.
I love the future. Every future in cinema has always been bleak, dark, and Blade Runner. This is bright, colorful, and downright pleasant to be in.
No, you know what I want? I want from Spy Kids where they have the packs that you microwave and it's McDonald's.
Okay, listen. Lilu had whatever that was in that little pepper shaker and made that whole chicken with vegetables. With an instinct. That's what I want. You can keep that credit card McDonald's thing that Spy Kids has.
She literally goes, chicken.
That's what I want.
That part made me laugh where she's like, chicken.
She's been for hundreds of years. Of course she's starving.
Right. But along with this this trip that you win, you are on a radio talk show with Ruby Rod.
I think radio is actually going to be still a thing.
You never know.
It's all about the podcast.
That's radio.
Damn it.
Idiot.
Damn it.
So here we get introduced when they oh no, I'm sorry, we haven't been really introduced to Ruby Rod yet.
No, Korben shoves the perverted general in his fridge and leaves him there for death.
I would say I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Also, again, Lilu gets topless.
Yeah.
You know, I've always wanted to say, yeah, it's French. That's what they do. But it's not, gratuitous.
I mean, but, why?
He's French. It could have been worse.
I guess. But Lilu and Bilbo show up at Dallas's apartment, and the priest, even after helping him, the priest, knocks him out, steals his tickets, and just runs away. Dude!
Because he's very bad at his job. What? He already knows he has to save the world, so it's you got the hots for her, right? Go. Get stones. Yeah.
Away with you.
Away with you, exactly. Why not recruit him?
Right. That's part of what I don't understand. Why not have him there with you already? He would probably help you.
Well, he does.
He does, but they didn't have to do all of that.
Let's be honest, he only accepted the mission because Lilu was going there.
Yes.
That is the only reason, because he wants nothing to do with this shit.
No. He just did it. He just only did it for Lilu.
Because she's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. I can't. No, she's not.
before the Resident Evil movies, and up to that point, she was doing some decent films.
Look, the actress is very pretty. I'm like, she's probably a model, whatever. That's fine.
She was a model.
My point being, she's very pretty. I can't stand her hair in this movie.
Oh, you don't like the orange hair?
I don't care about the color. I just hate the way it looks.
Really?
Yes.
You're gonna piss off a bunch of Hot Topic people.
I don't care if you have dyed hair, whatever color. I don't care. But if it's like not good, like if it doesn't look nice, I don't like it. Like it just, I don't know. Something about it. I don't like it. Like it looks very raggedy to me. I don't know. I've said my piece about that. Anyway.
Okay. Annalise would be so against the hair.
Like I said, it's not even that it's the color. I don't care about the color. It just doesn't look good. Like for her, like the way it looks almost like.
Let's be honest, the only one who can pull off orange hair is Hayley Williams.
I saw her recently at concert. Oh my god, she was amazing.
When is she not amazing? I
don't know. No, but I've said multiple times now, the color doesn't matter. Just the way that it looks, it looks unclean. Like it doesn't.
Well, it's this alien being. She probably doesn't know proper hair care.
No, probably not. But it's a movie. Like, and if they're giving her food and clothes, go make her wash her hair.
Why are we debating about hair?
I don't know. Anyway, so Korben makes his way to the airport or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's an airport.
It is.
And he, the priest assistant, I don't remember his name. David. He basically just redirects David and takes his place.
Look at David's a little punk.
He is, and he goes to Bilbo. He's like, I thought he was gonna kill me.
Oh my god.
So they get on the
go
flight.
To Egypt.
Yeah. So there's like 3 other people on the flight who then try and pretend, oh, I'm Korben Dallas.
Well, okay, the first one is the Mangalores disguised as someone that got arrested because Zorg hired the police to arrest Korben so they can get on the flight and get the stones.
Right.
Then the Mangalores intercepted him, and I guess they killed the guy and took his skin or just copied him. It doesn't really explain.
They don't explain how it kind of works.
Yeah. But they get denied, and then they're going, all right, time for plan B. And they go jumping in the garbage. Then Zorg's second in command, or right-hand man, his little lackey, tries impersonating Korben Dallas. Doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. And so he starts.
And now finally we get introduced
to
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Oh, Chris Tucker.
You know, I've seen pictures of him in these costumes and I never knew what it was from. I honestly thought it was from Zoolander.
It does kind of look like something that would fit in Zoolander. This is the point of the film. You're either are really already into it, or you're just like, no. This is the portion of the film where people are like, nope, or oh my god,
break your opinion of it,
or you just go, oh my fucking god, what is this?
And that's kind of what I did, but I ended up loving Chris Tucker in this.
His performance is a mixture of Prince and Jim Carrey from Batman Forever.
It's so funny.
It's actually funny because I didn't want Prince to do this part, but Prince's like, no.
Oh my god, I wish he did. Like, I love Chris Tucker in this, but could you just imagine Prince? Like, it would be unbelievable.
You have to purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, Korben.
My god. My god.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry, Lilu.
Wear this raspberry beret.
Let's run the play. Computer Blue.
Oh my god.
Darling Nikki.
Ow! Oh my god, stop. So Ruby Rod is doing part of his radio show and he introduces Korben, and of course he's kind of being like,
he's being Bruce Willis.
I'd say he's being Bruce Willis. Not like I don't want to say like dull and lifeless, but just kind of like flat. Yeah, throughout the rest of the movie, Chris Tucker does this noise when he wants someone to go away. He goes.
He's auditioning for B movie.
But yeah, I mean, I think if you immerse yourself with how ridiculous Chris Tucker is,
once you accept that this movie is ridiculous, this doesn't really, Chris. It doesn't bother you,
right? Like it doesn't.
It's just this is the world we live in. Like, effeminate clothing is in. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
which is kind of what's going on now.
I'm surprised like somebody hasn't started incorporating Ruby Rod's like wardrobe into theirs.
Give it time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Give it time.
So they get into the plane, or well, they're in the plane already, but they start taking off, and then Bilbo Baggins decides that he's going to be a stowaway.
Dude, I wish flights would just knock you out when you're flying. That way you just wake up and you're there.
Yeah. But I don't know. Those pods like don't look comfortable to me.
Oh, absolutely, because they're like on these roller things.
Right, and they're very tiny.
Very claustrophobic. And Ruby Rod's just muff diving some stewardess.
Yeah. I mean, he is.
You know exactly what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
So does he just like does he go back to his little thing, or does he just stay out the whole flight?
I don't know.
It's a ridiculous scene for no reason.
Yeah.
But you know what? Par for the course. Par for the course.
Honestly. So this whole trip includes a concert from the alien opera singer Plava Laguna, who has the stones. So Dallas is like, okay, well, we have to go and we have to talk to her. So Lilo doesn't go to the concert, but Dallas does. And during the concert, the Mangalores start attacking and the opera singer dies. But not before telling Dallas where
the stones
are, which are in her body. So
how is she going to get them out?
That's a good question.
Was she just going to poop them out?
I guess. Like, just take some really powerful laxatives.
It's seen in South Park where Carmen just shits out Disneyland.
Oh my god.
Oh, here comes the Matterhorn. Oh, wait, here comes the wind element. There's fire. Oh god, Earth is stuck.
Wind would come out really fast.
This is the worst Captain Planet remake I've ever seen.
No. Ugh.
When your shits combine, I am
the fifth element.
I just thought of something really bad. I'm going to text you because I don't want to put it on the air.
Okay.
I'm going to text you it.
Oh, God. Oh.
Don't mind us, audience.
So Dallas kills the Mangalore leader.
Dude, he just goes on a one-man rampage.
I say he really does. Like, he does it
seriously.
all himself.
Why was the priest so against him coming?
He would have, like, I feel like it would have taken them, like, twice as long, which time that they didn't have if Dallas hadn't come along. They probably wouldn't have even gotten it complete.
No, they succeeded without Korben Dallas.
No. So Zorg arrives, and gets.
Oh, we also forgot about the opera scene, though.
What?
Where it actually displays a strong female character without it being a strong female character in modern standards.
Who?
Lilu.
Oh.
She whips the shit out of the Mangalores.
She does, yes.
And this is how you do girl power right, in my opinion. She's likable. She's not emotionless. She's not... I mean, she's supposed to be perfect, but she has to learn.
Right, like, so...
When you see her throughout the movie studying Earth culture.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't just instantly, I can just be a badass.
Right, like, she has to learn first.
Take notes, Hollywood.
So, and then once Zorg arrives, they fight, where she pretty much holds her own. Like, she holds her own.
She doesn't fight Zorg. He just starts shooting it up, and she goes jumping in the air.
And she defends herself. She hides and gets away from him. That's what I mean.
Well, she does get shot.
Yeah, but she still is able to get away from him.
And also, she takes damage.
Yeah.
Where were you on that, Disney? Star Wars?
So Zorg,
I'm still bitter.
So Zorg activates a time bomb, and he leaves with a case that he thinks has the stones, but we now know, of course, it doesn't have the stones.
He just starts laughing. He's like, they're not there.
Yeah. So once he finds out that they're not there, he deactivates the bomb, but a Mangalore sets off his own, which destroys the hotel and kills Zorg. Good night,
sweet prince. And may flights of Batman sing thee to thy praise.
He's so ridiculous.
You think he's ridiculous in this? Watch him in Sid and Nancy.
In what?
The movie Sid and Nancy. He played Sid Vicious.
I've never seen it. I've never even heard of it. But so Korben Dallas, the priest, Lilu, and Ruby Rod is get out.
Why bring Ruby Rod?
Why not bring Ruby Rod?
No, Ruby Rod has no business being here, but the movie decides keep him in.
Because it's Chris Tucker.
Well, there's no reason for Chris Tucker to be there.
No, but why leave him?
He just stays. He kind of just hijacks the film.
Well, I mean, they kind of need him for the end.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
so
they don't. He doesn't He doesn't start up any element.
They need 4 people for the elements, I think.
Korben does 2. Bilbo does the other one. David does the other one. Tucker doesn't activate an element.
He doesn't have the matches.
So he's pointless. Why is he there?
I don't know.
I'm not complaining that Ruby Rod's there. I'm just saying it really has no point.
I say he really doesn't serve a purpose to it.
He doesn't.
So as the great evil, the big fire ball is getting closer, they go to a temple and they set up all the stones, but Lilu is now depressed.
Bummed out. It's been a hell of a day.
So when learning about all like the Earth's history and everything, she was like, "People suck. I'm depressed."
It took her to look up. Wait, she learned the entire alphabet and whatnot. It only took her to W to figure out fighting and violence. Like, you missed a couple words in there if you're looking all this stuff up, Lilu. But no, yeah, people suck.
Yeah, people suck. Like, I'm done.
It's been a hell of a day. Like, this whole film takes place within a day.
Yeah, but she's like, it's not worth it.
Done. Y'all suck. I'm out.
She gives up completely.
This is bullshit, man.
So Dallas tells her that he loves her.
And that's when she activates the 5th element.
Yes.
So I've heard people say that love is the 5th element or that she's the 5th element. What is your interpretation?
I see that as love being the 5th element.
I can see it.
Because she was like all depressed and shit, and then it's not until he tells her that he loves her and they kiss that it like everything happens. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I can honestly see both sides of that debate.
Yeah. So the great evil is defeated without really telling us what the great evil is.
Well, it just becomes another moon.
Yeah, but it's like, what was there something on it that was going to be released into the world?
No, it was just probably just going to collide into Earth and make Earth go boom. Go bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Exactly, big bada boom. That was my personal thought. Listen, this film was written when the director was 15.
Really?
Yeah, that's when he started coming up with the idea.
That's stupid.
Well, this director is very problematic.
So they go home Lilu and Corbin are told, "Oh, you're heroes. You saved the world." And then the president wants to meet them, but they're making out.
Not quite ready. They're
They're
not making out.
ready.
They are not making out.
Obviously not, but I say that's what they show. We all know what they're really doing. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, good.
And
But
that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, just kind of. It's a simple film.
We don't know what happened to Ruby Rod after this. Don't know where Bilbo is. He's off on an adventure.
I'm going. He's in New Zealand.
I'm going on an adventure. and
God.
that's the end. So, final thoughts, I guess. I mean, I know this is like one of your favorite movies, so I guess I will go into it.
I love the film. It's stupid. It's fun. It's great.
I guess I will go first.
I didn't have thoughts. The floor's yours.
Yeah. So I really didn't know what I was expecting from this movie. I say I didn't know much about it before seeing it. Like I didn't even know Bruce Willis was in it. So I really didn't go in with any expectations. When I was first watching it, I was like, this is really stupid. Like I thought it was very stupid, but I don't know, you kind of gotta let yourself watch it and let it be stupid. Cause I think that's all, like, I don't think it's trying to be a serious movie.
No, it's not.
So you kind of gotta go in with that mindset. It's like, this is not trying to be a serious film, like
this is not trying to be a groundbreaking anything.
Right. So I think once that kind of clicked in my mind, I definitely started to enjoy it more. And I definitely I loved Chris Tucker in this. I wasn't a big fan of Gary Oldman in this, just because I didn't like his performance that much, especially the accents. Like it was not working for me. But I mean, it's something I could put on and not have to pay attention to, and it kind of just like something mindless for me.
It's fun. It's just a fun film.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
I love this film. It's so stupid. It's like Looney Tunes with romance and sci-fi.
What?
Bruce
romance?
Willis.
There's like there's 2 scenes of romance.
That's all you need.
Yeah, because that's
it's
relationship.
It's French, but it's also got sort of an anime feel to it. Even though the director is very problematic and is probably a Cuties fan. In fact, I'm pretty sure he is, since the diva, when he met her and married her, she was only 15.
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. The director and the lady who played diva, they met when she was 12 years old.
Oh my god.
And married when she was 15.
That's concerning.
So anyone who thinks The Professional is a good film, just be aware that guy's a pervert.
Ugh.
That kind of puts a whole twist on The Professional, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now I've probably ruined that film for you, and you've probably never even seen it.
I don't think I have seen that.
Hopefully the Bucktooth Gremlins never... No, I'm sorry. They began dating when she was 15, and at 16 she gave birth to their daughter.
Oh. And how old was he?
He was 29 when he met her at 12.
Oh my god.
And then he left her for Mila Jovovich after this.
No, were you serious?
I've been holding on in this whole review.
That is awful.
As much as I love this film, he is a bad man.
You're a bad man.
Now listen, I understand France has its own way of doing things, but I'm an American, so and for my point of view, that's ewy. It's ewy.
That's very ewy. Very, very ewy. I don't like that.
I don't like it. Oh god, what the heck?
No free product placements.
What the heck?
No free product placement.
No.
You want product placement? Better be paying us.
I blame my phone.
It's no wonder we're not sponsored.
No, we're not.
Somebody please sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Well, it's come to that time of the show. What have you been recently watching?
I have been rewatching all the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings films.
Me too, actually. Me and my boyfriend, we actually have started listening. He's listened to it like 6 times, but we have started listening to the audiobook of the Hobbit.
I read The Hobbit.
Well, that's what we're listening to. But yeah, we've also been slowly rewatching like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
You know what? I'll give the Hobbit films a bad rap. Personally, I really didn't care that much for the Hobbit book. I'm just gonna say it just doesn't grab me like Lord of the Rings does. So honestly, making the Hobbit films more like Lord of the Rings, I'm all in favor.
Well, The Hobbit, the one that we're listening to, I think it's on Audible. Yep, it's narrated by Andy Serkis.
Okay, that's awesome.
I say it's awesome, and he does like Gollum's in the book, and he does the Gollum voice, and it's amazing.
Well, when isn't Andy Serkis doing Gollum amazing?
I know, but still, like he actually has a very nice voice to listen to.
And it's on Spotify?
Audible.
Oh, okay, damn.
I think you can get like a free trial for Audible.
I may do that.
Maybe Audible, you would get more readers if you sponsored us.
We work cheap.
We're cheap. We don't.
We're cheap.
We
don't need much.
I say we don't need much. Just sponsor us, please. No. But,
this podcast was brought to you by Fair Oaks Drive-In.
Yeah, okay, we can sponsor that one. Wellington Movies in Wellington, Florida.
Yeah, right. You would think we'd be sponsored by them.
South Bay Cinemas in South Bay, or not? Is it in? No, it's in. Is it in Babylon? I don't know. South Bay Cinemas in.
We're giving them great reasons to give us the sponsorship. We don't even know where South Bay is.
Well, we know where Wellington. We know where Wellington is.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else? I think that's all I have. Oh my gosh, HBO Max or Max, I guess now, they have Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives from like the first season. So I've been watching that.
Just the first season?
Well, no, I think they have more.
I love that show, or I did. Is it still going? Is he still doing it?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. I've also been watching Hell's Kitchen.
I've heard Kitchen Nightmares and MasterChef.
I think he's coming back with Kitchen Nightmares.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh my gosh. Amy's Bakery episode.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Oh. But anyway, if you like the show, give us a follow. Other than that, send us an email at fromtheshelfpod@yahoo.com. That's our email, right?
That is our email. It's listed in the description.
Yes, listen in the description. Give us any movie suggestions, and let's talk about what we are going to review next week. I believe it is my choice. I am going to give you Can't Hardly Wait.
What?
The movie Can't Hardly Wait.
What can I hardly wait for?
The movie.
What's the film?
Can't Hardly Wait.
I will wait. I would like to not wait until you tell me the title.
That's the title.
What's the title?
Can't Hardly Wait. Oh, look it up. It's got Jennifer Love Hewitt, Peter Facinelli, Seth Green. No, Seth Green?
Yeah, it's Seth Green's in it.
Okay. I feel like I always get his name wrong. Yep, Seth Green. I forgot the main guy's name.
Everyone does.
What's his name? Isn't he in Better Off Dead? What's his name?
Better Off. No, I don't think he's in that.
Oh, that's not him. Sorry. Ethan Embry. Oh, he's on he's in Grace
was
and
in that.
Frankie. He's in the show Grace and Frankie.
He was also in That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to do in the future.
But stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be traveling soon, so we got to figure out when we're going to record next. But we will be back with you as soon as we can.
Yep.
And
do we want to talk about what we're going to be doing when we're traveling?
Sure. So both of us, I've already done this, but both of us are going to be guests on the Bucktooth Gremlins podcast. We're each gonna have separate episodes. They're gonna be released separately. I'm getting another episode. If you haven't listened to my episode over on the Bucktooth Gremlins podcast, go ahead and give it a listen. And Anthony is going to have his first episode with them.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming very soon, probably end of this month, maybe beginning of July. And that's it, you guys. You have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Well, before we go, I actually want to give a shout out. I want to actually start giving some other people's shows shout outs.
Yeah.
The first one I would like to do is one of my favorite YouTubers. I would like to give a shout out to Justin Scard. He does travel vlogs. He goes to Disney World, Disneyland Paris, and just goes around America and just has fun, has shenanigans.
He's like a travel vlogger, travel podcast.
Kind of like Mr. Morrow or Tim Tracker.
Gotcha.
So go check out Justin Scard of Random Land on YouTube.
Okay, very good. Anybody else?
Nope. I'll just plug one person in the episode.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we will talk to you later, and you have a great rest of your weekend, whatever it may be that you're listening on what day. Have a good one.